The Good Doctor fans, rejoice and be glad. We've got some good news regarding the series' return, and as it turns out, it's coming back earlier than expected. For today's episode, we'll be sharing with you what you need to know about The Good Doctor Season 5 and why the season's 8th episode is coming soon. Aside from that, we'll also talk about some of the things the fans want to see in the show, so keep on watching to know more. First, when is Episode 8 Season 5 premiering? After going through an indefinite hiatus at the end of last year, fans are eager to see the return of Freddie Highmore as Dr. Shaun Murphy and the rest of his colleagues in the well-known hospital drama. A new episode of the series will be released on February 28, which is just 2 short weeks away. The last we saw of Highmore was back in November 2021, with so many questions and happening left hanging in the air, but we'll get more into that later. You're probably asking, why did The Good Doctor return earlier than expected? When the show aired its last episode before ABC announced its indefinite hiatus, fans weren't expecting it to resume anytime this month. If anything, the earliest fans expected the show to return is in spring this year. That's because ABC pulled out The Promised Neverland from its slot. As it turns out, the show isn't performing well in ratings compared to The Good Doctor, so the cable channel decided a change of schedule and prioritized The Good Doctor instead. The Promised Neverland will now be moved to Hulu, and The Good Doctor taking its time slot on the Monday lineup. From the looks of it, ABC hoped that by placing The Promised Neverland's time slot before The Bachelor, the show's ratings would increase, but after some time it remained stagnant. To keep the viewer ratings in moderately high ranks, they decided to ensure that The Good Doctor will close the season pretty strong in its new time slot. But if you look at the numbers in recent episodes, The Good Doctor is also suffering a drop in viewership as of late, but ABC still believes the show has the potential to do better in the future. And of course, as long as Highmore wants to portray the role, it is pretty understandable if the show came to a close with the actor stepping down from the role, since he also admitted from way back that he had doubts about taking the project, seeing as he just wrapped up Bates Motel at the time The Good Doctor's inception. But that as it may be, fans and viewers are just excited that The Good Doctor will be returning soon. So what could we expect to see in the upcoming episode? Tune in to find out more. Since the show's return was announced, many fans are already looking for some more information on what'll happen next. It's safe to say that episode 8 will pick up right where the show left off and will focus on Shaun's relationships with Leah and Salin. What do we know about The Good Doctor Season 5 Episode 8? As early as November 2021, The Good Doctor already dropped the promotional video for the 8th episode, where it also stated that the show will return in the spring of 2022. The official synopsis of the episode read, "Now that Shaun has called off the wedding, he's forced to confront Leah about their relationship and determine what he really means to her. Meanwhile, the team debates their opinions on plastic surgery, and Dr. Audrey Lim hopes to expose Salin's cover-up over an infant's death to take her down before it's too late." In the video, we see Shaun breaking up with Leah, telling her that he can't marry her, but the other party seems to not want to sever their ties. We also saw some of the residents at San Jose St. Bonaventure Hospital are clearly agitated toward Salin Morrison, the new owner of St. Bonaventure's. So, we could expect the majority of the residents to join forces and take her down. But said task may be easier said than done, since Salin seems to be in a relationship with Dr. Marcus Andrews, who may prove to be an unlikely adversary to the group. In one of the scenes from the trailer, we see Shaun walk in on Salin and Marcus holding hands while talking with the hospital staff, so fans are quick to assume that the two are in a relationship. Next, fans share several things they want to see in The Good Doctor. The Good Doctor has a pretty solid storyline as it is, but fans couldn't help but share some of the things they wish the series will show more of in the future. With this in thought, we made a list of things fans want to see, which include the following. More challenging medical cases. As with every medical drama, one of the features that draw viewers to the show aside from the storyline and cast is the medical cases. This serves as the heart of every episode, which forces the characters to think out of the box and tackle the problem with delicacy head on, whether it be rare illnesses or life-threatening sickness and injuries. Further explore other characters' storylines. The cast of characters is made up of stellar actors that give life to the show, some more than others, but still, fans can't help but wish some of the supporting characters' arcs were further explored this season. Dr. Asher Dr. Wolke and Dr. Jordan Allen were two of the new residents introduced last season 4 out of the 4 new residents, but it's only the 2 of them who stayed to work at St. Bonaventure's. Portrayed by Noah Galvin and Jordan Allen, respectively, the 2 were bumped as series regulars in season 5 and have caught the interest and affinity of the fans with their backstories, which fans would hope to see more of in the future episodes, as well as how they will grow personally and professionally throughout the series. And since we're on the topic of a further explored storyline, fans are also looking forward to Dr. Resnick and Dr. Park's romance. They started as rivals, fighting for the top resident spot at the hospital, but have grown a close bond after Dr. Park moved in with Dr. Resnick, which led to an eventual romance. Initially, the latter was more hesitant in their budding romance, but during season 4's finale, Dr. Resnick finally came to terms with her emotions and is ready to take the next step in their relationship. Another character we'd like to see more of is the tough and independent Dr. Audrey Lim, who was recently revealed to be suffering from PTSD. The Good Doctor got commended a lot for portraying one of the psychological effects doctors are put through in their lives, and in the case of Dr. Lim, it's seeing numerous patients, friends, and loved ones die during the COVID-19 pandemic. This unique take is one of the main reasons why The Good Doctor is so popular, and at the same time left fans wanting more, especially in terms with how she deals with the repercussions, seeing how this is a relatable cause for most of us in real life. Shaun and Leah gets married. Finally, something most of the fans are looking forward to happening is Shaun and Leah's wedding. The 2 may not see eye to eye at times, but there's no denying the love and affection they shared towards each other. It's also pretty tough to watch seeing how they suffered a miscarriage during the second half of season 4. Through it all, Leah realized and gave her assurance to Shaun that she didn't want to spend the good and bad times other than with him. But again, we hit a snag in the latest episode when Shaun decided to pull out of the wedding. Despite Shaun's attempt to break it off with Leah, many of us are hoping the 2 will eventually work it out and tie the knot. An update on Dr. Claire Brown. Dr. Claire Brown was one of the fan favorites ever since The Good Doctor first premiered, which makes it all the sadder when Antonia Thomas, the actress who plays the role, made her exit from the show. Despite this, the series made a well-written conclusion to her story by staying behind and helping the people in Guatemala. The actress may have left for good, but it would be pretty nice if there was a mention of her works from her colleagues on how she's handling her current situation in the foreign country. Will The Good Doctor be renewed for a 6th season? As of yet, there are no official announcements on whether or not the series will be renewed for a 6th season, which got a lot of fans worried since the show hasn't been doing well as of late. For now, we could only hope that the show earns a higher rating so there's a better chance the show could be renewed. And with that, we're wrapping up today's episode with details you need to know about The Good Doctor's Season 5 return date and news about the series. What do you think will happen in the next episode? Let us know in the comments below. Before you go, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel with the notification bell on so you won't miss out on the latest. We'll see you again next time, and thanks for watching.